Hello, and welcome to week 3, day 21 of Man versus Violin. So, this is my third week with the violin, and 21st day. I find that I'm able to hold the instrument more comfortably and longer than I was at first. So, with holding the violin, you're really having to hyper rotate your radius, which is the bone here in your forearm that allows you to turn your hand over. So holding the violin, you're constantly keeping your arm in a state of hyperrotation. So for the longest time, that was really, really painful, and I could only hold this position for maybe a few minutes. But now I can do it a lot longer. And now that I'm able to hold the position for longer, I'm trying to be aware of my wrist position and not hold the violin like this, trying to keep a nice, straight but relaxed wrist. One thing I did do is I ordered a new mute. In my last video, I talked about a rubber mute that I had that was good. This mute is metal with a rubber outer coating, and this really works really well. So if you listen to the strings, just the open strings with no mute, and if we add the mute just kind of sits on the bridge. You don't have to press it down too hard. It just kind of sits right there on top of the bridge. And it does a really nice job of muting the strings, but still allowing the clarity to come through. So I'm really happy with the way that sounds. The other thing that I've ordered has been this violin stand. This violin stand I got from Sweetwater. And it's got a nice bow holder here at the back, and the violin sits on it nicely. It's got a nice small footprint. It's very light, so I'm really happy with this stand as well. So this week, I've been practicing a lot from the good old Suzuki book. And some of the songs that I've been practicing this week have been Lightly Row, that old standby. And the other one that I've really been working on a lot also is Song of the Wind. So Song of the Wind has kind of a part that's tricky where you're playing the E string and then playing the A string with your third finger, and then coming back to the E string, and then also lifting the bow up off the string and coming back on a downstroke. That's been a little tricky. So I've been practicing that a lot. So, Song of the Wind. That ending sounded pretty terrible. So, still sounding pretty screechy at times, but that's just something I'm working on. Another thing that I've been working on is starting to use my pinky finger to play fifths. So just in the last few days, I've started to try to incorporate my pinky finger. So the fifth is a really important note. I know on the bass, which is my primary instrument, we use the fifth a lot. So if we look here on the A string, A is our root, it's our first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth is the E. And we notice that on the violin, the A string, the one next to it is our E string. So when we move from the A string to the E string, we're moving to a fifth. So if we're just using just the first three fingers, that's a fifth. But I've been trying also to incorporate my pinky to play that on the A string. And one song that I've been trying to do that with has been Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, when I'm playing that with the book that came with the Cecilio violin, which is the Mel Bay book, they use the E string. And so I've been trying to use my pinky to get to that E as well. So that's been something I've been working on also. And then also, because it's the holiday season, the old standby Jingle Bells. Still needs a little work. Santa might not be happy with my rendition of Jingle Bells so far. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Working on those and trying to incorporate my pinky finger in with my other fingers. Where I find that that's really a challenge is with the larger G string here on the side. So With the A string, it's not too painful. D string, it's not too bad. But when I get up here with the G string, that's kind of painful. I can feel it on the back of my hand a lot, just trying to get that stretch there. And I've also, as you notice, I haven't been putting any tape on the fingerboard. I've been trying to do it by ear, and I know it doesn't sound perfect, and I'm still not fingering in the exact right spot, but I'm really trying to get my ear accustomed to hearing where the fingering should be. So my wife, when she was younger, she played cello for a little while, and she said that she put tape on her fingerboard, and that when she took the tape off, she kind of had to go through a period of readjustment where she had to kind of figure out where things were without the tape. So I still may use tape on the fingerboard, but for right now, I'm trying not to. So thank you once again for watching week 3, day 21 of Man vs. Violin.